5 years ago, you take over an LMU program, and you've built it into a nationally recognized program. This year was pretty impressive for you guys. You had a couple of unbelievable wins. You took down number 4 LSU and number 13 Michigan at the Judy Garman Classic at Fullerton. Tell us a little bit about how you got your team to this point.
That's a good question.
Like, what's the mindset? What's the culture you're trying to build?
Well, I think first and foremost, it starts with our staff. We have a tremendous staff. We push each other on a daily basis. It's Randy Ward and Brittany Miller. We're super competitive, and we walk whatever talk we have. So when we're in the recruiting process, we talk about wanting to recruit student athletes to come and excel in both the classroom and the ball field. One does not have to suffer for the other. So we don't limit any majors, and we expect and we help provide opportunity to excel both, in the classroom and on the ball field. So we're trying to be a top 25 program, and not just once. We want to sustain success here. So in the recruiting process, that's what we're recruiting. We're looking for student athletes that have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, that want to prove something to the rest of the world, because that's how we all are.
Yeah. It's and it's good that you point out. Brittany was a stud in college. So she's running the pitching staff. Was she the Big Ten pitcher of the year? She Iowa?
Yep.
Is that where she was?
Yep.
Yeah,
Still a career strikeout leader there, and played in the NPF. Just phenomenal.
That's legit. And then you got your husband Randy, who's out there working with, skill stuff with the defense. And your defense has been awesome. Yeah,
defense and hitters. He takes them both over, and we all kind of assist with everything. But he's the lead on infield and offense.
And you know what? All three of you are great folks. I see you guys at the field all the time. We hang out a lot. You're a fun-loving group. So I got to imagine being on the team, you build that culture of having fun with the kids out there. And I think it's working for you guys.
Well, I hope so. We love to have fun. We love to be super sarcastic, but we love to work hard. So it's got to be both. It can't be just one or the other. So we're always pushing and prodding and challenging, but that's what makes it fun and competitive.
So what do you do, with all the girls right now? So season's over, right? They're all at home. You built an unbelievable season. How do you sustain that into 2021?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they feel they got cheated because we didn't get to finish what we started. So they're super hungry right now. We don't plan to lose anyone next year. So everyone's coming back, and we have some additions coming in to help support us. So we're just talking weekly on Zoom calls, and they're still working with our sports psychologists and everything like that. But they've got a real hunger to them right now, and they will definitely be continuing and furthering the mission next year.
That's cool. So you're bringing back all those seniors for another year.
Yeah, we only had one, and she did a great job for us.
Cool.
So we plan to bring her back. She wants to come back, and she's just done a great job for us.
Like you said, finish what you started.
Absolutely.
So you got a young daughter that plays softball. I know you're pretty involved over there at El Segundo Girls Softball Association. What kind of information would you give a parent of a player or a youth coach out there to keep their kid ready during this shutdown?
Well, I think the biggest thing that people are missing right now is the autonomy that players have. I think a lot of parents and a lot of youth coaches think they need to dictate every step of the way to their youth. But when they do that, they lose a hunger and a passion for the game. So, back in the olden days, we didn't have a lot of the things that they have now. We had a ball in a glove and, maybe a garage door or something like that. I think just the opportunity to go and figure things out and be autonomous and just have a task or a goal in mind and just work to accomplish it is all they need. They don't need a lot of structure right now. They really need free play. And that's what's going to help create that love and that passion, that hunger that a lot of times we're missing right now.
I love that idea of free play, just having fun, keeping that motivation to be the best you can, because, I think about it, and I've been talking to a lot of coaches, and there are kids all over the country right now working hard on their own. Mm-hmm. So, if you can't sit at home and if you're not working hard, someone's out working you somewhere else. Yeah. So
absolutely. I think it starts with a goal first and foremost. As any player, you have to figure out what you want out of this. So sorry, I think someone's going to start some noise behind me, so I'm moving a little bit. But having a goal, like, what do you want to do and why do you want to do it? You have to want to play this game because you want to do it and you have goals. You want to be the best you can be and things like that, not because someone else wants that for you. So it starts with an individual goal, and then your work should match that. So absolutely, if I want to be the best, no one's going to outwork me. I'm going to find ways. I'm going to find different books I can read or videos I can watch, or throwing a tennis ball off something, things like that, working
Yep.
on hand-eye coordination, visualizing, anything. But it starts with a goal, and then the passion follows suit.
Yep. I love Shay is me. Just sent the quote out there: "Work harder than your competition." So
Absolutely.
you always got to be outworking them. I mean, being a student athlete, being the student is half of that. And while you're talking about work ethic and hard work, I mean, I know what it takes a lot to be a student athlete. You're up early. You're in the weight room, to the class, to the field, and then studying all night. So describe what you like. I know the girls at your school have to be good students. So explain a little bit about that process.
Well, again, I mean, what we're trying to do here and who we are, we're trying to be uncommon. So we're trying to be the best at everything we're doing. We're trying to be the best in the classroom and the best on the ball field. But the whole purpose is to be uncommon. We're not trying to be like everyone else. We're trying to be better. And there's an exclusiveness with that I think is really important. So you got to push yourself. You got to push each other. And we provide the resources, at LMU to do that. But there has to be some internal drive that starts it.
Yeah.
So we're looking for that in the recruiting process as well. And some people just don't know that they have it. Most people do have it. But I think just understanding that you can actually achieve whatever you want to achieve if you're willing to put in the work.
That's cool. So, I mean, it sounds like you guys are really staying ready during this quarantine thing. I mean, you got the mental coach still working with the players. They're probably working hard on their own, and you guys are still talking to them on a daily basis on Zoom and, staying engaged with the players. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's talk for a sec about your facility there. Like, I was blown away the first time I came out to Smith Field and saw, like, the whole thing. It's on campus right next to the baseball field. Beautiful state-of-the-art hitting facility with couches, and I mean, it's the whole shebang out there. So anything coming in the future?
Yeah, we have funds raised right now for lights, so we're just waiting on the go-ahead from the city to get those lights put in. So that's going to really help our field as a whole. And then we're working on some more stadium seating. So we're really looking to upgrade what we have. Our athletic administration is super supportive of our sport. They really think that we can be a consistent winner, and so they're putting resources into us. And we have some great donors that have been consistent with us for quite a while that we're really lucky to have.
Yeah, I mean, it is one heck of a spot, and I'm pretty sure you've got your picture on the center field wall, right?
It's left field, but
Left field, I saw it. Yeah, it's out there.
But yeah, our indoor hitting facility is absolutely amazing. It's the only one that I know of in California that's softball only. At a Division I school, we've got 3 indoor hitting tunnels. We've got state-of-the-art everything. We have hit tracks in there. We've got an 80-inch screen TV. We've got couches. It's a nice little lounge for the players, and it's literally a hitter's lab. So super lucky to have it, and we love our offense here. So we want to make sure we are supporting the ladies to achieve their offensive goals, especially.
Speaking of offense, I'm pretty sure the Ghost Bats have been pretty hot this year out there for you.
Yeah, we love them. I mean, we absolutely love the partnership we have with you guys at Easton. The ladies absolutely love swinging your bats. There's really no other option for us.
Well, we love the partnership too. That facility is, I mean, can players come out to the school and just check out the facility? Like, how would a kid who's interested in a school like how do they see a facility? Can they just come out and look at it?
It's usually closed. I mean, our players have 24-hour access to it, but because of security reasons, it is generally closed. But if you check out my Twitter, I have pinned a little view there first thing, so little sneak peek there. But if you're of recruiting age, you can reach out to me and I can show you. But other than that, have to sign up for a clinic, I guess, when we can get those back going.
That's right. Yeah, it's clinics and stuff. They get to come out, then they can actually feel the facility.
Yeah, and use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so impressed the first time I came out and saw it. I was like, oh my God, LMU, man, they're doing it here.
I know. We've got
All
some
right,
great support here.
So let's finish up with a couple of drills that might be good for those players at home. Give me a couple for a hitter and maybe one for like a fielder. What
That's
would you be
tough,
working on?
man. What I would be working on right now, I'm like, I've put in so much, when I was in college, especially, or even, in travel ball and stuff, I had put in so much physical work that in a time like this, I would really be focusing on the mental side. I'd be reading the book Mind Gym by Gary Mack. It's an older one. I'd be reading the book Heads Up Baseball by Ken Ravizza. But I'd really be, you can trick your body into thinking and like putting reps in by going through them visually and stuff. And I think that's a real missing ingredient for a lot of players right now. But you can convince yourself that you've put in the work if you're putting in the mental work. And if, I mean, with where we're living right now, our kids don't really have space to do a lot of work. So they're working on mental stuff. Other than that, you can always take a tennis ball and you can throw it against pretty much any surface without damaging it, working on some glove work and things like that. In terms of pitching, like anytime I have a ball in my hand, I'm, feeling the seams and I'm just working on different spins up to myself and just trying to get as many revelations as possible, with my spin. And then hitting wise, I'll just go into a mirror and I'll just watch my movements in a mirror so I can pair together the feel with the look.
That's cool. So, hey, everybody out there, Coach Sami just gave you some really good insight on what you can do to stay ready during this coronavirus quarantine. Any final thoughts for the viewers out there, Sami?
I don't know. Oh, I do have my glove. Do you want to see it?
Let's see the glove.
Okay. All right.
I've got one in my hand, too.
All right. So this is this year's.
Yours is way cooler than mine. Camel with the logo.
Yes. Love it.
Strinz-Ward, is that what it says on there?
Yeah, this one does. Last year, you put Boss Lady on mine, which I really liked, but I should have done that again this year.
You just shoved that in Randy's face. Look, dude, I'm the boss.
Oh, I don't need to.
He knows, yeah. Head coach, assistant coach. That's awesome.
Sure.
Well, hey, Sami, we appreciate you joining us today. We love having LMU softball and you guys as part of Team Easton. The partnership is real, and we couldn't ask for any more. So stay safe, keep your club ready, and we'll see you on the field.
Sounds good. Talk
Thanks,
to you soon.
Sami. Bye.
All right. Bye.